The sham investigation into President Joe Biden's alleged foreign business dealings has still failed to produce any evidence of criminal wrongdoing. And apparently that's not the only thing it has failed to produce: informants and actual whistleblowers. Now, on Sunday, Fox News' Maria Bartiromo spoke with the House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer and asked him for a status report. Hey, where's the whistleblowers? Where's the informants? Where's the evidence? Because, we kind of can't, go on with these conspiracy theories without some sort of evidence to back us up. It'd be really nice to have.
Just forget about the evidence.
But Fox News can't say that now because, they'd gotten in trouble. The whole $787.5 million worth of trouble, saying things that aren't true and are not backed up by factual information. Now, of course, it's a little different because President Biden's a public figure. Nonetheless, I'm going to go to Comer and his update, which apparently is filled with nothing.
Well, unfortunately, we can't track down the informant. We're hopeful that the informant is still there. The whistleblower knows the informant. The whistleblower is very credible.
Hold on a second, Congressman. Did you just say that the whistleblower or the informant is now missing?
Well, we're hopeful that we can find the informant. Now, remember, these informants are kind of in the spy business. So they don't make a habit of being seen a lot or being high profile or anything like that.
Are there whistleblowers or informants missing right now?
Well, with what we've investigated and the people that we've tracked down, going back to the CEFC, the two main players in that business, as well as all the Americans that were involved in the different Biden influence peddling schemes, as well as the Serbian national. The 9 of the 10 people that we've identified that have very good knowledge with respect to the Bidens, they're one of 3 things, Maria. They're either currently in court, they're currently in jail, or they're currently missing.
Oh, they're missing?
Oh no!
Wow, all of well, except for one of them, apparently. One of them missing. I like how it's the Serbian. We got a Serbian national, because it sounds titillating. It sounds like a spy thriller. It's all just like spycraft. You know what I'm saying? It's like a spy game. It's like 007. No, it's not. maybe if it would, maybe it'd be 007 if, I don't know. If 007 was a moron or something. I have no idea. Where could they be? Where could our missing informants be? I know the answer. Ooh, pick me. They're either not real, which I think is the most, likely outcome here, or if they do exist, that they're not interested in coming out because they don't actually have any evidence in criminality. Because again, this whole thing is trying to prove, it's the criminality because Joe Biden went to these different countries and then these countries got foreign aid, and so somehow it was a quid pro quo with other countries to give them foreign aid. It's literally what Donald Trump had actually tried to do, except that he had tried to get an investigation into the Bidens and the promise of foreign aid. And we already know that because they had the phone call between Trump and Zelensky. And so now the right wing's like, oh, that's a good one. We're just going to take that and we're going to apply it to Joe Biden. So now look, for the right wing, this is perfect conspiracy bait. You know what I'm saying? Oh, all the informants that we had that were going to get Joe Biden. It turns out they're all missing. What happened to them? What happened? Well, I don't know if they're missing. I don't know if they're real. But on Monday, Marjorie Greene, the following day after this interview on Fox News, Marjorie Greene then goes on Steve Bannon's War Room podcast to give the other MAGA chuds a little speck, little sliver of hopium.
We have not lost the submarine, Joe. Actually, that whistleblower is very safe. But he does fear for his life, and rightfully so. This is a very serious situation. It's not a game. Everything we're talking about involves a lot of money and the most powerful position in the world, the presidency of the United States. And I want to be very clear with everyone watching again today. Our whistleblower that brought us evidence that leads directly to Joe Biden, that Joe Biden took a payment from a foreign national in exchange for foreign policy favors, that whistleblower is not lost and they are safe, but they do fear for their lives. That whistleblower came through us, thankfully, through the help of Senator Grassley. So that is a fact. That is the truth. But other whistleblowers, yes, they are missing. They're either in court, they're in jail, or we cannot talk with them at this time because they can't be found.
They're either in court, they're in jail, or maybe they're on the moon. Maybe they're on Mars. We have to go after them. We have to send. I was going to say we have to send a specific actor to Mars, but now I can't think of his name. So way to go, Marjorie Greene, throwing my train off track. You know, my mental train here, my train of thought. With her stupid. Now, she also said, our investigation is so important, Steve, that this will bring down the president of the United States. But now, I mean, with all this, that's so very important. We lost all the whistleblowers. This thing that could take down the president of the United States, we lost them, except for one, and they're in fear of their lives, if they actually exist. Come on. No, you know what this means. We all know what this is. They're going to say that we know where this informant is, but they have to stay secret, at least until after the election. But in order to do that, in order for us to continue our investigation and to nail Joe Biden and to take him down, well, you can't let the Democrats get control of the House in 2024, because we're going to take down Joe Biden with this investigation conveniently around the election. Come on. We know what this is, okay? If you haven't gotten it by now, this is the Mueller investigation, but for Republicans. That's it. I mean, what they're doing is that they're pinning all their hopes on James Comer and his alleged whistleblowers and the Hunter Biden laptop. All to take down Joe Biden. We're going to take him down. No, you're not taking anybody down. This is just political theater. This is to distract their voters from the fact that politicians in office, the Republicans, do not want to fix real issues. They want to distract people. They want to, distract people while they're doing the debt ceiling stuff in order to try to get budget cuts that hurt poor people, working class people. And then, by the way, blame that suffering that they plan to inflict on people on what?
The wokers.
That's what it is. And by the way, it's not just Republicans that play this game. There are establishment Democrats that play the political theater game as well. And look, there's a lot of establishment corporate, backed Democrats that use this kind of politicking in order to avoid having to pass policies that their corporate donors don't approve of. And so, let's be honest, this is a symptom of the corruption in our political system due to money in politics. I mean, Republicans, they scream and, oh, corruption, there's corruption everywhere. But yet you fail to look at the biggest source of corruption in our political system, which is private donations to politicians. That's it. Independent expenditures to politicians. Money in politics. The number one corrupting influence in our political system, and every Republican ignores it. And Democrats generally at this point play lip service to it. Oh no, yeah, we're definitely aware. We get rid of Citizens United, except that we're not actually doing it. So yes, they failed to fix the corruption that they whine about. Exactly. Exactly. That's why nothing's going to come from this stupid investigation into Biden, because at the end of the day, look, nobody who's in power is ever held accountable, because it's not about holding people accountable. It's not about accountability. It's all about just politics, trying to maintain their power, trying to stir up their base. That's all this is.